All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the May 5th meeting of the Village of New Paltz Planning Board. Tonight, we have our alternate Duncan Dempsey sitting in for Maureen Trella. After our regular administrative business, we will have two public hearings, ongoing public hearings, followed by one application review for 186, 194 Main Street. To start, let's see, were there any updates from the Environmental Policy Board, Rachel?
You're muted, Rachel.
Okay, I unmuted. Was not able to attend. I'm in Virginia. I sent a message to one of the members. I'm not sure if my non-attendance caused there to be a lack of quorum since they are very deficient in their membership still. I'm hoping that you got an email from Chatry. I know that they were going to send you or tried to send you an email about the first item on the agenda, the convenient deli parking lot.
Yes, we got that. Thank you.
Awesome. That's it.
All right. Do you have any updates from the planning department, Mike?
Only that the village's email and system on Google Drive as of some point last week are back up and running. I was on vacation, but when I came back, it was all so apologies to anybody, and if you sent something in terms of public comments for the public that may be viewing this and it bounced back, please resend it. We want to make sure we get all comments, so.
Great, thank you. Are there any updates from the village board or Ulster County Planning Board?
No, nothing to do. And nothing from the town.
Yeah. Next.
Can I just ask, is that because
Sure.
there's nothing before the town or because we don't have a liaison with the town?
No, we have,
Does the town planning board have no projects? Is that?
no, they have some very small, I should paraphrase it as nothing of significance. I mean, they have like a sign application,
Okay,
yeah. Yeah, I don't normally report out on smaller projects if it's something larger, so,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you. Next, like to move on to our public comment section. Is there anyone here tonight that would like to make a general public comment regarding the two specific applications? Okay, anyone online? Doesn't seem like it.
I think there won't be anybody online anymore.
Oh,
We
right.
changed that policy.
Yes, yeah. Okay. In that case, moving on to our first public hearing. I'd like to continue the public hearing for PB 2605, 186, 194 Main Street. This was already open from last meeting. Would anyone like to make a comment on 186, 194 Main Street? Okay, so there were no signups for that. In that case,
Jack, I did speak with by email to the architect. But because of the email system, I was just able to get him the comments from the shade tree today. He was waiting for those, so that may be why. He basically said to me they had no changes to present at this time, so.
right, okay. And we're not waiting for any comments from other boards or?
No, we got the comments from historic preservation and he
Right.
received those, he received the county planning board's
Okay.
comments. And we reviewed the county. planning
Yeah.
board's comments.
I mean, at this time, I think we're ready to close the public hearing. I don't think we're waiting to hear from anyone else. So, could I get a motion to close the public hearing for PB 2605.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, I'd like to move on to our next public hearing, PB 2515, Historic Huguenot Society. Do we have, this was also continued from our last meeting. Anyone here tonight that would like to make a comment?
I got two names, Kathy Pitts, or is it L Kathy Pitts? Okay, sorry.
Please come up.
I spoke before you about this project before in January. I was concerned that there was no traffic study that included the access road or driveway for the town and country condominiums. And I was told at that time by a representative of HHS that they would revisit the traffic study and include us. I don't see any traffic study. I see a traffic memo revision. Is that all they're submitting? Because this was from Labella on the 23rd of March. They have reviewed the HHS website and programming and the site plan prepared by Engineering and Surveying Properties PC. That's not a traffic study. And they concluded that the ingress only configuration of the proposed secondary access on North Front Street will limit conflicts with the existing driveway that serves the town and country condominiums. So limiting conflicts, there's still no addressing the current traffic that those of us who live there see, and there's limited sight distance coming out of there. It's very scary. And I'm repeating myself now. I didn't want to repeat myself because I know you don't need that. But there's the rail trail. There's all those other businesses between the proposed new driveway, our driveway, rail trail, the acupuncture place, the karate place, Augusta Luscious and Pegasus Shoes. There's no traffic study.
So normally we would discuss this in the application review, but since we won't be having that for this application tonight, I'll just answer quickly. They are doing a full traffic study.
Thank you.
We haven't gotten it back yet. That's one of the reasons why we're
Thank you.
pausing for this meeting. Yeah,
I appreciate that. So I'll keep monitoring and looking for the
yes,
document.
it will be up there
Appreciate it so
soon.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Michael Zeller.
Hello.
So Michael Zeller, Village of New Paltz. Similarly, I want just to talk about this proposed entrance on North Front and the driveway from there to the Broadhill Street parking lot. So since your last meeting, I asked the applicant why they needed this entrance, and the answer is that they want the entrance, but they don't actually need it for the project. They want it because they say it's a more attractive entrance than the Broadhead one. That may be understandable, but given the potential increase in traffic problems, safety concerns, unnecessary paving of the green space, and the hassle of people using that drive as a bypass when the gates are open, this warrant seems to me to be better just taken off their site plan. So I'm asking the planning board to require the applicant to provide a revised site plan that shows Broadhead as the sole entrance and exit, and reconfigure the Broadhead parking lot with 2 curb cuts to allow buses to move through and improve traffic flow. In the conversation with the applicant, that we also talked a little about wayfinding and the fact that Broadhead is not as attractive. So I'll just say that I think in cooperation with local and state governments, we can certainly come up with a wayfinding system that would make it easy to find historic Huguenot Street from any direction. Working with the village government, I think it's possible to come up with some items that might improve safety along that street, perhaps a speed bump or a speed hump. And then possibly also working with some of the neighbors to improve the landscaping there. I think would make it a more attractive entrance and serve their purposes. I just want to emphasize that removing this North Front Street entrance and driveway does not compromise the applicant's programmatic goals. It does, however, reduce their construction and maintenance costs and eliminates the likely headaches for them and for the neighborhood of having this curb cut and bypass. So, thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other comments? Okay, there's no other comments on PB 2515. We will continue to hold this public hearing open. We expect the next hearing will be at our next meeting on May 19th, but to be determined.
So we'll hold it, to clarify, so we'll hold it open until we receive the traffic study and then we'll have it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
until we get,
We're waiting for an email.
Aren't we also waiting on a final report from the historic commission on this project, or do we already have?
I don't think
Until
so.
we finish seeker, they can't give us a final report, so.
But they could maybe tell us more than just one person's opinion.
No, there's no bad.
That is.
All right, now moving on to our first application review section. We have PB 2605, 186, 194 Main Street. Is anyone online for them or, okay, no?
No, he didn't say that he wouldn't be here, but he did say to me he was waiting for those comments, so
Okay,
that could be.
so he
Because
just,
he has
he
nothing
just
to
received
show,
those
yeah.
today. We also, I think last time, one of the Ulster County Planning Board comments was about the lighting plan. Did we also remind him to send us his lighting
Photometric.
plan or the photometric?
I will put that in an email to remind him.
Okay,
He did acknowledge that they would address that, but
yeah,
I'll remind him in an email.
okay. I mean, I would say those are the only two things. This memo is just suggesting specific species to plant. I mean, I think at this point, I'm ready to authorize the preparation of a resolution of approval. So at the next meeting, if we get those final documents from him, we can be ready to approve it. All right, so in that case, could I get a motion authorizing the preparation of a resolution of approval?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. So we'll let him know that we authorize that and, we're ready to approve it.
Asking if you can get us any changes within the next week, so we have time to circulate it to everybody.
Yeah, and then his site plan specifies what plants they're planting.
It did, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and the email does reference what they said they were gonna plant, it was just a little more descriptive.
Right, okay, great. And so I think that is all for PB 2605.
Yeah. If I
Any
could
other?
just give a real quick update for the
Yeah.
board, Woodland Pond has done a significant change to their project. They will be uploading that into Unicolab, I would imagine sometime this week. So they are expecting to be at the next meeting.
So just from a timing perspective and managing our own schedule, these are two big projects to have in one night. I think the last time we did both of them in one night, it was not just late, but like, you're just not able to give the right. I mean, both of these are gonna be massive amounts of community comment, right? Like, that's just. If only from the neighbors, but I don't think that we're not doing ourselves a huge favor by trying to stack them when we have you know, meetings like this.
We're not up to public hearing yet, for Woodland Pond, so, but I know people come at public. You could. As the board say this will be up for public hearing and, you know, ask people to. Not make those comments in the public comment section, but
I mean, they have a right to be heard, so
understood.
I understand that, I think just from our own time management.
Is it possible to ask one of the other projects to come to a later meeting?
Well, let's see which one gets me the information first.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there,
Yeah, I'll work with Mike to make sure that the agenda isn't
yeah.
too crazy.
We do have one other new application as well, plus
Like a big one.
it's very small.
Okay,
Is
Plus,
it one of those that when the new zoning code goes in, we wouldn't have to review?
no, this one would, it's a new cannabis dispensary, but
Oh.
it's a site plan, but
Another
there's
one.
no change to the site. It's just a change of use from one business to another.
What is it gonna be? Well, I guess we'll find out.
yeah, don't ruin the surprise.
But he finalized his application, he was caught up in that email, so I don't wanna push him further.
Sure.
So he's been waiting
Yeah.
patiently for a month.
We can make sure that, you know, whatever. Woodland Pond is presenting is just a, you know, a brief overview and get the process started rather than like the in-depth. They did a really in-depth presentation last time that probably wasn't really necessary. But if that's all, Mike, then
That's all we
I
have
think
for
we
tonight.
need a motion to adjourn.
We'll move.
Second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye.
Thank you, Rachel.